Steve.
Hey. Steve Hunt, have just moved to 701 Northeast 15th Ward, Skip. I'm very proud to say, and I'd like to say, Sam, I enjoyed living in your ward quite a bit. What I wanted to talk about today, and I'm going to speak about the problem and then hopefully in a couple weeks speak of a possible solution. There is a lobbyist by the name of Pat McFerrin who lives in Norman and lobbies for Oklahoma City issues. He was the head lobbyist for the Big League City issue. And I think some of y'all know I work for FedEx, and the months before and after Christmas was a very busy time. Right before Christmas, I got a number of phone calls saying that this individual who lives in Norman and lobbies for Oklahoma City interests had been on taxpayer-funded KGOU slandering me. And I wanted to read the transcript of, it was a show on people's influence on new media and policy. And this is the transcript. One of the items I worked on was the tax to bring the thunder to Oklahoma City. We had the mayor, we had a lot of legitimate people, we had a lot of people that had who had worked a long time, and then we had two people that put up an internet video. I think he's either referring to when I spoke here or another couple that we put up. And all of a sudden they're getting equal time on Channel 9. Even though they didn't have a skin in the game, they didn't even live in Oklahoma City. That's a lie. They weren't involved. They were just publicity seekers. One guy crashed a Super Bowl. That's true. I did sneak in the Super Bowl twice. I don't know how that fits in here. He was just doing it for the publicity. He had no other reason there, and all of a sudden he's getting equal time with a guy who was elected by the people of Oklahoma City. That's you. That's where it becomes a concern. And if it hadn't been for the internet and it hadn't been him putting this stuff forward, that wouldn't have happened. Okay, now, I do not have a problem with the Daily Oklahoman a year ago belittling me for saying we're headed for difficult economic times. I don't have a problem with your friends at the Lost Ogle Weekly belittling me, saying I work at Taco Bell. But I do have a problem when taxpayer-funded Chamber of Commerce hires a guy from Norman, goes on, taxpayer-funded KGOU, says that I do not live in Oklahoma City, says that I do not care about issues. It is just disgusting. Now, I don't want to say, let's have an ordinance to ban people who don't live in Oklahoma City from lobbying for Oklahoma City issues. I do know that Allison Abshire, Michael Shumo, Tiffany Harbinger, Jana Mott, Gary Pence, Cynthia Reed, Robin Roberts, Jennifer Seaton, who all work at the Chamber, who all worked on the Big League City campaign, live in either Edmond, Tahlequah, or Choctaw. And it's inexcusable that this individual, Pat McFerrin, wants to go on the air and say that I don't live in Oklahoma City. I've been back since 2004. I grew up here. I went to Putnam City, graduated from Putnam City. I worked at Abuelo's during the time of the Murrah bombing. That was a pretty serious time, and it had a real effect on me. Well, next week or in a couple of weeks, I would like to come back and offer a possible solution, which is a program by the name of Take a Lobbyist to Work Day. I would like to possibly get some of these guys and take them to our jobs and show them how we are hardworking people, how we care about the city, and how we will not put up with this again. I believe a lot of the things that Deborah spoke about, a lot of the negative things that have come from urban renewal and whatnot, they're good things, but a lot of the negative things, people like this are the architect of those things, and it has to stop. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Steve. All right, we have executive session, and we'll be back.